Hey, this is Trina with Run Radio, and the artist spotlight today is shining on Casey Morris. Thanks so much for participating in the artist spotlight. You've been working hard on your music for quite a while, and as a local artist, you know the pain points and the struggles and some of the enjoyment that comes with all of that. Take me back a little bit and tell me what got you started, how long you've been doing music, and we'll talk about some of the songs that we're going to feature.
All right, yeah, that sounds good. First off, I appreciate you for having me here with Run Radio. I love you guys to death. And I'm really thankful that you support local artists. So thank you for that. Well, my journey comes from a long time ago when I was younger. I played music for a very long time. I felt that was my outlet. That was my way of being able to reach out to people. That was my way sometimes to deal with the pain and struggles that I was going through in my life. And so it was very important to me to continue that journey. And so I started doing things like writing my music, doing lyrics, writing lyrics, writing good songs, powerful songs, and growing from there. I've done a lot of shows, different places. I've been on the radio a couple times, and it's really just a struggle sometimes for artists because you've got to be able to get that marketing, be able to get the people that need to hear you, and be able to get your music in front of those that can make a difference. And that's probably one of the hardest things to do. But yeah, that's kind of where it started from when I was younger and then kind of working up to now. But yeah, I've been chasing this for a long time, for sure.
And you've experimented with a couple different genres.
I really have. So a big shout out to Missouri Loves Company Entertainment. I've wrote a couple songs with him and that label, basically like Letters, which you've played on Run Radio. And a lot of my other good songs that I've done, very important to me. And then, not to mention country music. I'm doing things with Susie Arosa, which you had him as in the spotlight, Chris. And so I'm building up some country music and working on a new album called Dirt Road.
All right. And so a couple of those songs we're going to feature, and you're going to tell us a little bit about the story behind those songs. So pick one. Let's start with...
Okay. Sounds good. So That's My Little Man. That song I wrote for my son. He's 7 years old. He looks up to Daddy so much. And when I wrote that song, I wrote that about any kind of person can relate to that song. About you loving your son so much, or you miss your son, or say you're going through a separation, or you're away from your son, but you're fighting to see him and to be there with him. And you're sending this story for those to understand to where they can relate to it. So That's My Little Man is where that came from. It's singing about a father that has got that time to spend time with his son. When he gets that chance, he makes the best of it. He gives it 100%. So, you're taking him out when you used to watch him play basketball to baseball, you're watching sports, and then you're watching him grow up, and then you're taking him fishing. And so it's a story that tells all about that. And that's the journey of basically the album Dirt Road.
All right. Sounds great. What about the next song?
The next song that I'm going to be doing with Susie Arosa, which will be my label at some point. We're working on putting that together because Chris has his own label now, and he wants me as one of his artists, which we're really building some good country music together. He does a different kind of genre than I do, but it's not a big deal. Friday Night. So Friday Night is going to be an explosive song. Cannot wait to get that out there. It's talking about you going out, meeting a wonderful person, a girlfriend, wife, whatever, going out on a night around the town. It's got Branson mentioned in it. It's an opportunity to just really get out there to the youngsters, to be able to have fun, to dance in the clubs, to just really be excitement and to be able to have that opportunity to connect with the one you love. So Friday Night is just a dance musical that's just like really gets you up and going. It's just got a good vibe to it.
Fun time, feel good song.
There you go.
For everybody.
Yes.
Sounds good. Where are you wanting to move forward with your music the most? I mean, I know there's probably a lot of different areas because you like the different genres and you've kind of got a special place in your heart for country right now, but where do you see it going next?
Well, my situation is I love country music. It speaks to me. I look up to a lot of different artists like Luke Bryan, Brad Paisley, Brent Young, all of them, You've got Tim McGraw, of course, Jason Aldean, a lot of the good country artists. And I get that vibe from there, but I have my own kind of thing that I do with my music. You know, I want to be different. I want to be unique. But I think the all-time ultimate goal for me is to break off into the Christianity world. I want to build God's kingdom. I want to bring as many people to the Lord as I possibly can through my music. And I want to reach out to those, whether it's country music, whatever I'm doing, I want to reach out to those that are in need, that are hurt, that's going through pain, that really wishes things would change, and give them a lift up and let them understand that I have been there in that hard time, and there's always a way to break out. You just have to believe in yourself, have faith, and give it all you got.
Man, while you're talking about giving it all you got, when you're doing your music and you're trying to grow it, you're working on it, and it takes a lot of time to invest in that, but you still got to do the daily grind. How do you keep that push, that focus, that energy to keep good thoughts, keep good energy, and keep working when you've got the, side hustle too?
Well, that's a good question. And that's one thing that I do obviously challenge every day. I think what keeps me going the most is I have a wonderful son that I love with all my heart. I've got a stepson that I care a lot about as well. Got a wonderful wife. We've been through a lot, but she's been there. She's had my back, and I care a lot about her. And so every day I think about that and the opportunity that I have to change whatever it is that we're going through, whatever struggle we're having. But I just go to work every day. I know even as an independent artist, you still have to go to work. You still have to do your normal job. And then on the side, you're grinding on your music. You're working on your song, your swagger. You're trying to get it going. But you still can't forget where you are. And that's the hard part. You've got to have a vision. You got to dream it. And because dreams come true if you give it all you got and you believe it. And I'm a firm believer in that. If you believe it, you'll receive it. And you have to work hard and you have to have a vision. And my whole life, I have been poor, broke. I've not had a whole lot. I really haven't. And to this day, I still don't. But I've got music, I got God, and a wonderful family, and a good opportunity. And I can see an open door coming. It's just a matter of what time and when to walk through it.
What would you say to that person out there that is thinking, man, I get up, I do the 9 to 5, but I love my music, or whatever side passion that is. What advice would you give to them to start pouring some time and energy into that passion?
I would say no matter how hard it gets, no matter how down you get in life, because life is hard. Life will beat you down, and it will keep you down if you don't know how to get back up. It's a fight. Every day you wake up, it's a fight. And you just have to be willing to push it. Even though you don't see it in the near future, doesn't mean it's not reachable. And if you just keep that motivation, find something that you can focus on. Like mine is crazy, but I focus on being on a huge tour bus, traveling all over the world, people screaming my name, doing music, being on the stage in a spotlight, and just reaching out to those that are in need, impacting that one person in that whole crowd that you reach out to that one day that goes home and says, man, he made me a difference. He made me feel like I do have a chance. And I think that's important. You just have to focus. You have to be straightforward with yourself. And if you want it, you can get it. But you have to put everything you can into it, or you will not get it. And it's a struggle. It's a fight. But if you keep fighting, you'll eventually get there.
So fight the good fight.
Fight a good fight. And work hard. And just keep pushing. Even though people put you down, people say, oh man, you're not going to make it. Hey man, you ain't got what it takes. You don't have enough money. You know what? There's a lot of artists that didn't have a lot of money. There's a lot of people that were broken poor. Look where they are. It starts with a dream and not giving up and chasing that dream. And if you do that, there ain't no telling where you can't go. I mean, sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. Thanks so much, Casey Morris. Appreciate you, your music. We'll hear you on Run Radio, and we're going to get a little sneak peek at some of your music. So if you are a Patreon supporter, patreon.com/runradio, you'll get to see this special feature, and you'll be able to catch this audio feature on runradio.net. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
My name's Trina Wilcox. Thanks again for listening to the Artist Spotlight on runradio.net.